This is Daryl from Lee's Lawn Care Services. How y'all doing? Oh, I gotta slow down. This person wants to get over. How y'all doing, man? Missed you guys. Man, I've been so busy. We had so much. We had 7 days of rain, and the rain finally let up. And now it's like, oh man, phone calls out the wazoo, like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cut that music off. I don't want to get flagged for that. But yeah, unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Phone calls, more phone calls, and more phone calls. I knocked out quite a bit of them. I still got I had about 20 phone calls, guys, within the last couple of days. Wow. Some lady walking on the interstate. Wow. I ain't seen that. That don't happen too often. But like I say, phone calls, man. Like 20 phone calls in the last 2 days, and I've gotten most of them. I got about 5 phone calls left, and then once I do the 5 phone calls, I can get back into the rhythm of my regular cut. But yeah, man, it's like people like, man, they're not really understanding that you had the 7 days of rain, man. They're not trying to hear that, and then you have to kind of educate them on it. Hey, it rained a lot. I'm behind, and I got to try and catch an area. I cut a yard today that I hadn't cut in 3 years. Guy called, and this was my stupidity. I shouldn't have did it. But I did it. Put him on the list, and on the already crowded list at that. Don't make that mistake, guys. And I mean, he called. I put him on he called. It was last week when I talked to him for the first time in 3 years. It's either 3 or 4 years. So it's like, hey, Darryl, you still cutting grass? Yada yada. I'm like, yeah. I never stopped cutting grass. And he was like, could you come by and cut my grass? Well, the reason why his yard was so good at the time, because his yard is right around the corner from the 7 yards in a row that I have. And so he was like his yard was like a warm-up to the 7 that was around the corner. So I long story short, I went over there, cut the grass. I didn't get to it the day I said I was going to get to it because I'm running behind. And he called and called and called and called. He was worse than somebody I've been having for years who haven't dropped off. And they dropped me. They dropped me. I didn't drop them. They dropped me because I went there to mow the yard. It was already mowed. And so he was like, oh, my son's going to cut it from now on and yada, yada. Well, I left it at that. So, like I said, it's been about 3 or 4, it's been at least 4 years since I've been cutting this person. I'm going to have to go, I got my old books back there. I keep my old logs. I love it because I like to go back and look at that stuff. It fascinates me, man. I get something out of that, seeing how the business changed every year. You're swapping customers out, you're getting rid of customers, you're getting customers. It's crazy, And then you see who took the place of who, and I do stuff like that. I'm a weirdo, so don't fault me for that, guys. I am a weirdo when it comes to stuff like that. I'm a geek. I like to look at that. And it just shows me how my business changes over the years, And so like I said, I cut the grass, and he came out. He's like, oh, it looks great, yada yada, and he did a good job, and Then he paid me, and he's like, well, I'm going to call you. He said, I'm going to call you when I need you. I'm like, I said, I don't know, man. I said, I got a long laundry list, and I don't know if I'm going to be available like that. You know, he said, oh, well, you know, I'll call and see. You know, I just appreciate you helping me out. Because he, come to find out, the son ain't cutting the grass no more. But the son still be there. Because he bought a Tundra like mine. And we bought our Tundras like months apart. And he still got his Tundra, and I still got my Tundra. And it's still running, you know. And my Tundra got 323,000 miles on it. I don't know what his Tundra got on it, but he's still running it. And he told me that when he cuts his own grass now. And what happened, he fell in the yard, in the front yard, cutting the grass. And he can cut the back, because when I got to the back to cut the back, it wasn't bad at all. But that front yard was, oh man, it stood up like a stallion. But when I put old Dynamo on it, once Dynamo look in his chop, he come off the truck, and that's it. It's what? High? No, nah, ain't gonna happen today. Dynamo get off the truck and destroy the yard. Just, I don't care how high it is. Took it down. What it was, you know, the highest height on my machine is 4.5 inches. So I didn't even lower it, because I remember years ago when I used to cut it, and I had my other riding snapper, that if you lower your machine, it's gonna scalp the yard, because it's cut very, very high. So I pulled Dynamo off the truck, and I left it where it was at, and it cut it just like that, and it was still throwing a good globs of grass out, because the grass was high and it was thick. And so, long story short, when I finished cutting his grass, he was very, very appreciative. And he told me he fell in his yard, you know, in the front yard trying to cut it. And he said he just can't do it anymore like that. And I told him, I said, look, we're not spring chickens anymore, you know. I mean, I'm 50, and I played a lot of ball in my days when I went to school and all. And I still feel it, man, my knees, and I feel all those aches and pains, you know, the cramping and all that other stuff. But he was 72 years old. And I told him, I said, what, you 72? He's like, yeah, I'm 72, you know, and I'm still out here trying to do stuff. And I said, you need to take it easy, you know. But that front yard was high. I tried to get my push more through it, wasn't happening. I was able to make not even a pass. And that thing was bogging down and clogging up. I'm like, I said, I know what to do. So I went and got Dynamo. Once I got Dynamo off the truck, he didn't even bog down. He just threw it out, just all over with, you know, no time. And that's what he was impressed with, because he saw Dynamo and he's looking at it, he's like, God damn, that little thing is compact, but it's strong. You know, he was impressed with it. So, and when I cut everything up, and then I went back over it a little bit, I got my push more, and I picked up some of the stuff, so I didn't have the stuff all over the place. So he was happy, you know, he was satisfied, but it was dumb on my part, because I already have a full list. I'm already behind, and I took on somebody, and I shouldn't have did that, but I did it, you know. And so you learn from your mistakes. You know, I know to stick to the list. I've been trained that way, to stick to the list. I just didn't do it that time. So I helped him out, and I jumped back on the list, the stuff that was on the list, and I still was able to get some stuff done. But I got 5 more criers, and I'll get to them on I gotta watch this, guys. All right, he's getting off. I'll get to them tomorrow. I got the gas station. I got to go do him early. He crying. He said the grass done sprouted up. Plus, it rained for 7 days. What you expect? You know, he crying, and then, like I said, the other 5 on that block is crying. So there's only two on that block that's not crying. But I did them 2 already. Like they was out the way. So they were like side by side. So I did them first before I go down that block, because once I go down that block, they're going to see me, they're going to be like, oh, there he is, you know, it's crazy. So I got to get up early in the morning, And I gotta do that gas station. I gotta get out there for at least 6:30, 7 o'clock, because right around 9:30, tons of people will start coming in. So I need to get in and get out of there and get on to the next. So I'll do that, and then I'll do the other ones. But yeah, guys, man, what do you do when you got people constantly riding your back in these yards? My God. You know, and the 7 days of rain, they ain't even seeing that. That just don't even factor in. It's like, okay, it's been dry for the last 4. Where you been? Well, I've been running around trying to put the fires out. Put out as many fires as I can, you know. And then when I deal with these last 5 that I gotta get them off, then I can start making my rounds to my other stuff. So, man, it's been a mess, man. That's all I can tell you. It's been a mess. But you know, I'm on it, and it's been hot too. That's another thing you gotta watch out for. It was 99 yesterday. Today wasn't so bad. We got a little tropical disturbance that's just playing around with us. And what it is, we're on the dry side, so we're not getting the rain of it. But they say we may be getting some rain on Thursday because it's going to push more inland. So that's a strong possibility. But as for right now, we're on the dry side, and you know, we just doing what we do. You know, I'm just out here cutting up these yards, trying to earn a living, like you guys. You know, that's what we do. We cut up as many yards as we can to make a living out here. You know, and in the process of that, you know, we enjoy what we do. And in the process of that, hopefully we don't pass out. It's a real thing. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. I'm heading home finally. I didn't get home last night till, say it was after 10. After 10 last night, I got kind of chewed out for coming in that late. But when you're running a business, man, you do what you got to do. And I understand, because you know what, you have to have family time too. But you got to have dig deep time too. Sometimes you got to dig deep. And I dug deep because I knew it had rained, and I knew I had to pick up the slack. So I did that. And now it's time to get back to normal. It's 7 now, so it's not too bad, which is about my normal time, between 6 and 7, when we in mid-season like this. You got to get in there and you got to do some stuff. You know, the early days, it may be over with, unless it rains. You know, if it rains, then you got an early day. But if it's not raining, you got to dig deep. And I know a lot of my subs out there, they grinding too, man. I know they grinding late because I know they got some rain, and that grass didn't grow, and then they put them behind, and they running around like me, trying to catch up and trying to quieten the people down. So I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. So that way, so when some of y'all sub to my other people that do videos and all, when they don't crack out videos like that, They doing the same thing. They grinding, man. They getting after it, and I can respect that, man. I can respect it. It's love and respect all the way around, man. So you guys take care. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.